something in the highlands. Pull up at the swordfish. Ah, it was a swordfish. Sinjia keeps having fights break out. Don't forget, Master Edo has had trouble with his sailors. Ask for a mediator. How to stop these drunkards from climbing the Leviathan? Talk to Temerity about his Dimstream Scorch business. We need to do something, and fast. Ah, yeah, I can see. Oh no. Why? Okay. Is it back now? Yeah, it is. Okay, that is interesting. Come on, you guys, run faster in the running wheel. I need the internet. Honestly, once they stopped running, the internet surviving died? I don't know. The purple light of internet is glowing, so it does seem to be working. My preview is not working. Maybe I need to get rid of that then? Oh, there it is. Okay, and my back. Attention. A reward will be given for killing the Zorb chieftain named Gerfin. Their tribe has ambushed several citizens and, regrettably, consumed them. They are known to have a nest within one of the larger rock structures in the Great Sand Sea. To claim your reward, return proof of your kill to Tiranui Hajime in Thirdborn.
Let me know when you've taken care of the Zara.
A reward will be given for killing Moi Piki, an Earthblight known to have command over rock beetles. It has been spotted near the road to Galawain's tasks by Godless Ruins. Oh, that is interesting. Light
I've
having...
heard of throwing rocks at people, not the other way around.
Egmont, I joked about you powering the internet. Calm down, okay? A reward will be given for killing Captain Tago, the legendary pirate who spent decades plundering the coasts of living lands. His skeleton has been left alone in honor of his legacy. Unfortunately, Tago has attacked and killed several travelers recently, and we can no longer risk further casualties. Tago is often seen stalking the shark's teeth. Caution is heavily advised.
Enjoy skeleton hunting.
A reward will be given for killing Koda and Dario. Both are wanted for a myriad of crimes against Thirdborn and its residents, including theft and assault. The two fled town after stealing a set of bejeweled egg curios and were last seen headed into the sand sea near some of the crumbling structures.
It'll be good to have just a little less crime around here.
Okay, don't worry. Sansa, a cartographer in Paradise, has reported his assistant Wilfrith missing in the Shutterscarp Desert. A reward will be offered for the return of Wilfrith's cartographic notes. Below is his last correspondence, posted to provide clues to his whereabouts. Sansa. Reporting at last. Took me the better part of the day, but have found perched on a great arch with a seaside view. Can see half the region from here. Should be helpful when it comes to mountain paths and estimating sea level. Much lower than centuries before, I expect. No time to write more. The living lands are mycologist's paradise. Must return to work immediately. Samples won't catalog themselves. No, it's not strictly what we came here for. We're here to document, but no knowledge is wasted. Have interesting dinners ahead of me. Or interesting dreams. Who knows? Reward will be given for killing the dwarf Kukemaka. He and his group of adventuring companions have succumbed to the Dream Scourge, wreaking havoc throughout the ancient lake bed. They've even eliminated a heavily armed group of Adirian soldiers sent from Eagle's Reach. This scourge must be put down, and swiftly.
Put him out of his misery, will you?
Sure. Okay, as I can see...
There, the one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple favor?
Yes, I do have a face. Thank you very much for not... Oh, an arrow. Yes, but I do have a face, yeah.
Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you look especially fungal today? Really, it's radiant. I've got a bit of a personal matter, and I'd appreciate some help.
Listen, I haven't promised that I'll be nice to any of you. Okay? Be careful. Why not get help from Tiranui? Aren't they the law enforcement around here?
Why are you bringing the authorities into this? Have you spoken to Hajime? He doesn't need to be involved. Look, there's a great reward in it for whoever helps me. Wink.
What's the job?
Wow, you're a real go-getter. I like that in an employee. Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods, something I'd rather stay private. Embarrassing, you know. So, I'm quite desperate for a friendly and discreet courier.
If it's so embarrassing, why not get the package yourself?
I can't leave my shop. What if there's a tsunami? Or particularly rowdy children? No, you should go, not me. You'll probably be fine.
If that excuse were any thinner, you could tie your shoe with it.
My supplier has sequestered himself somewhere with my package. To find him, I'd have to follow the path. They communicate through graffiti, if you can believe it. I've not been able to find any of it, though. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. What about that arrow right behind you?
You think I don't know every inch of my own shop? I'd know if there was an arrow anywhere near it.
Yep, I
Don't
agree.
kill him if you don't.
Well, looks like you best be off. Be sure to get there and back quick as you can. I'll be here waiting. Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Yes, completely legal package word. There. Oh. I believe it went up. Yep, definitely up here. Hello. If I'm up here, I will be looking somewhere. That's blood. Okay, in a moment.
18,
Okay.
19, 20. Wonderful, the full amount.
Yes, and they stole my research on the godless. I have to get it.
Slee.
Oh, Yachtsley. Oh, gods, and Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why she's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
I'm not Ludwin. Do not confuse me with that murderous zealot, please.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Timoti, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know, if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill her myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthralls siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Yeah. Only my own. Ludwin? Yatzli says the godless ruins here might hold the key to the Dream Scourge. I'm just here to see if she's right.
But Ludwin and her goons stole all my research on the godless back. She's up to something, and it can't be good.
What do you mean?
Think of what Ludwin did at Fjord. Then use your imagination.
Oh, gods. And she's going into the ruins to get it. Andra's depths. If I could help you, I would. The fact of the matter is, I'm in over my head already. I can't even protect the ruins myself. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatzli. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
The ruins must hold something terribly important if Ringrim came all this way.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwin wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
Well, I need those ruins. So if that means dealing with Ringrim, so be it.
I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery.
You're gonna
You
die.
never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death.
Yep.
But I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain.
Well, waste not, want not, I suppose.
It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares.
Yeah, that's also an option.
I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But, if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatzli, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck.
I'll keep Yatzli safe. I promise.
Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatzli, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
I need to give you a buff
Oh, I'm
first.
feeling underdressed.
You are clearly infested with something. On a different note, I think that's a very accurate name for a star. Abaddon. Who was Abaddon? Abaddon was a god of forge, of creation. Maybe I think I mistaken him for someone else, but yeah. Forge, creation, buildings, and undead work. Not undead workers, but mechanical workers that almost destroyed everything in the earth. Oh, right up here, before I forget. What? Then I wish you a good meal. Eclair! Okay, for a second, I thought there was a blood dripping from the... Oh. Unfortunately, I cannot think of anything decent. After we had the last talk about pies and eclairs, I cannot. This meticulously researched book details the deadly flora of the living lands, covering everything from the hallucinatory properties of spoilings to aphrodisiacal preparations of skeleton venom to the toxic secretion of the lemgan. The chapter of Shatterscarp is heavily dog-eared, and the preparation of coral and winged mushroom distillate has been circled several times. Effects include an impending sense of doom, dry mouth, and heart rupture, followed by internal exsanguination. I'm not slept inside it. You get 2 more weeks with this woman, Ngunu, and that's it. Someone else deserves a turn. Tirannui Hajime. Ooh. Here, so we don't break neck. The very specific pie. Okay, so where's the rest of the arrows? There was one that led us here. We've been there. Okay. Ah! No. Yes. Thank you. There. Ah! I can see you. There, just in case. We weren't sure this is the correct way. To stem the tide of the Dream Scourge, this house is now off limits. Forced entry will earn you a swift toss over the town walls. Okay, that I can understand that, yeah. Not here. Up, maybe? No, definitely not.
Yeah. If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
Yes, sorry to barge in like that.
Let me guess. My Nikai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
Old man Capo. Glad to see you're still kicking around.
Kai, what rock have you been hiding under? Those scales are looking rougher since I last saw you.
Your eyesight finally going? But we didn't come here to talk about my handsome mug. That Nikai of yours still getting underfoot, I take it?
Like a cannonball on a rolling deck, that kid.
Who sent me now?
My Nikai, Chico. damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer me up, but there's not much point these days. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I slew the Leviathan hanging over the market myself.
And this makes you a hero? I'll have to take your word for it.
By yourself? No wonder you're a legend in Thirdborn.
Ah, those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do to help anyone. You're the one who cleared out those dream thralls at the gates, eh? Ah, good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while. I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me?
Okay. I just need to go buy some dagger, if that's okay. I find the mysteries of the heart are best explored in one's own time.
Not this heart. A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable. And I had the only one in the living lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe, hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast. But now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Thanks for the tip. We would have explored it eventually. At least now we have a reason.
Good luck, godlike.
Good to hear someone talk with sense. Yes, we would visit the ruins eventually. Huh. The enigmatic god of cold. So, the god of cold is Rimgrant of cold and of entropy. He is the one who sends the chilling cold, I would say the flash makes the flash freeze everything in an area, brings the winter and does not let any life prosper. Yeah. He's not really viewed as a nice god. Either. Our dream. The damn things are getting worse, and no drought I take will get them to stop. In this one, the sands of Shutterscarf rose up and swelled Ferdman whole, just like the waves on the cliffside. The entire town wiped out in one moment, and suddenly, I was relieved that it was gone, that nothing remained. Last night's dream was nothing like the others. There was a garden, full of vines and plants, all moving and slithering like a ship's lines in the wind. They wound up ancient ruins like the ones I set my traps in. The vines, they beckoned to me, and I wanted to go. I wanted to see that garden. Gods, this is getting bad. I drank enough to kill a whale last night, but still can't get any sleep. No matter what I do, the dreams are there. Is this Woodiga's punishment for what I've done? Sending me dreams of hissing winds and living storms. God, I just want peace. Woodiga, if I'm correctly, Woodiga was a goddess of grief? Woodiga was not really one liked in the pantheon of gods. That much I remember. She was trapped in the course of eternity for one. And which? Who is that hero that you know?
Oh, Avoid.
Hello.
Envoy, it's so good to see you alive and well.
The same for you. How have things been since you got to Fairburn?
Peaceful. Like when we first made our way to Paradise so many years ago. We've settled in nicely and are starting to feel at home here.
Peaceful's an interesting word to use, love. The Dream Thralls are exceedingly aggressive out here.
Yes, well, the guards have been handling them just fine. I'll take it for now. How about you, Envoy? How have the Living Lands been treating you?
Challenging at times, but worth every step.
Well, that's what we like to hear. Isn't that right, love?
That it is. We might even have something to help you with your journey. Whoever lived here last must have left this armor behind. As beautiful as it is, Gladwine and I have no need of it. We'd like for you to have it.
Oh, this is very generous.
Oh, no, thank you, Envoy, for everything.
Be safe out there, friend.
Those two we helped earlier.
Envoy? You get around, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I am trying. I'm learning.
Who needs fabric?
I am trying to learn. Oh, this is the Leviathan.
If you need material for bandages, I have some. I'll even give you a good price. Wish I could give it out for free, but I still have to eat.
You look familiar. What if all the merchants agreed to share their wares for free?
We'd run out of resources eventually, and then we wouldn't have the money to restock. This plague needs to end soon. I don't know what we'll do if it doesn't. Anyway, did you need any linens? Silk?
Light. I need some heavy armor. It's also light. Oh, but reload speed is better. Those have no real... they have no additional skills. I am learning how to do the voice acting. Maximum health. This close to reload speed. What do we have? Plus 5% power damage. Yeah, sure. Give me those. Almost fancy. Plus 3 perception. Oh, this looks nice. Do we have plus 2 might, plus 2 intellect? But since I don't have any acting background, it's not that easy. Well, I am doing what I can with what I have. That's why I am here.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
I want to wear this. I don't really want to wear that. I want those thirdborn boots. Fine. To be honest, I used to read to audiences when I was a kid. But now it is unfortunate, but more and more often I find that the letters in the words get messed up as I read them. That's why okay, let's go to Yasli. That's why I am sometimes wrong about the word. I might be dyslexic, but at my age, I won't be diagnosed with that. It just ends up with me reading words, other words than are written, more often than it usually happens to other people. And I also need to work on my pronunciation. Are you the parents?
Whatever you must do. We understand.
No, I think those are those are the siblings. Oh. I don't plan on reading reading some horror books and upload them to YouTube. Probably will start with Dracula or something. Maybe The King in Yellow. But I don't get sued for reading something I am not allowed to.
Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Reengrim?
They say the sight of her drives men to such terror that they cut out their eyes and offer them.
Well, with her skill in spellcraft, she certainly could do so if she wanted to. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Eora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Aldra's titties. The Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant.
Do you believe the Dream Court brought the Archmage here?
Well, Nakukubel is the largest of the godless ruins. It's still got its share of secrets. There must be something in there of interest to Reengrim. Probably something powerful.
Now's our chance to find out.
I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the Godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Reengrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
As much as I love your companionship, I really want to hear how Yatsli interacts with Giata.
I promise we'll get into the right amount of trouble.
Thank you.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yatsli packs a lot of magical skill into her small frame. A self-taught wizard, she honed her craft while dungeon diving in the ruins all across the living lands. With a grimoire in hand, she manipulates the very essence of the world around her. She can not only conjure terrifying displays of power against her enemies, but also dispel any arcane illusions that deceive the senses. Oh, I want to keep you.
Oh, maybe I should hire a bard.
Thin strands of copper filigree decorate the cover of this book in patterns not unlike the appearance of lightning. The elegant script on the front of the book reads, "The galvanic palpitations of the soul." A small piece of parchment pokes out from between the pages, marking a particular passage. Late night in Onzia could mean a lot of things. Between the theaters, lounges, and bordellos, there was no lack of entertainment to be found. But tonight, Bellina had a different type of entertainment in mind. She couldn't help but watch lovingly as Maltero continued to work and tinker with their latest project, a massive generator, more powerful than anything that even the best minds of Spirento could dream of. There was no place Bellina would rather be, even at this late an hour. A sudden electrical discharge was immediately followed by a cry of shock from Maletro as they jumped back from the generator, nursing their hand. Bellina hurried over to them, trying her best to fight down the worry that was creeping up from her gut. "Maltero, are you alright?" They turned to meet Bellina's gaze, surprised to see her still in the workshop and ashamed that she had witnessed their little mishap. Maltero quickly composed themselves and sheepishly ran their still twitching hand through their hair, smoothing it back down from where it stood ramrod straight. "I'm fine, Bellina, I'm fine. What are you still doing here? It's so late." Belina felt a flush rising in her cheeks. Honestly, I just wanted to keep watching you work. Is that so? Then perhaps you can help me. Care to be my darling little assistant for an evening? The bargaining flash deepened intensely, and Belina knew there was no way that Maltero couldn't notice it. Were they toying with her? She couldn't help but feel that they were. Well, two could play at the game. Belina took a moment to collect herself. I would be deeply honored, Maltero. You know that I would do anything for you. She leaned closer, her lips brushing their ear. Anything. This time it was Maltero's turn to blush. They looked down to their workbench covered in tools before laying eyes on a simple device, a copper wand emitting a faint violet light. Their gaze trailed upward to the generator they had been working on. A wicked smile spread across their face. Oh, Belina, I think I have just the thing for you. Get ready for your soul to leave your body, and not in the way you would expect an animancer to intend. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. My goodness, that was a lot. Yeah, I do agree completely. And there's been so... Oh. It changed so much in such short time. Like, when I was a kid... and excuse me, because I do know there is the term like autistic is not viewed kindly. But that's still how it is used in here. So I'm more used to that term than neurodivergent. And that the neurodivergent can mean a lot more things than just that. But just let me quickly check it. But for the span of 20 years, everything changed massively. I used to attend an elementary school in which we had, in which I was in a class of kids that were considered, and I still have it in the description of that class. That the class combined the quote-unquote normal kids and the kids with problems. So yeah, that was 20 years ago. And now... Oh. And now it progressed so much that there's no more kids in the school that will be labeled, or there won't be classes that will be... How is it called? Some variation of the word coexisting. I don't... Co-educational? No, not co-educational, because that's boys and girls. But basically, they won't do that anymore. There's a lot more knowledge regarding it. Regarding neurodivergence. Oh. Yeah, it is. But we humans really like to categorize things. It just fits right to categorize. I, for one, feel an urge to categorize everything I have and my flat, all my books. I need to take them out, lay them around, and put them back again. Just for the sheer act of doing it. And I left Kai. Okay, I do have Magran's Fury with me. Got stuck in the damn cave. Torch is running out and it gets blistering cold at night out here. Harmon saw a tree further down. He thinks, better than freezing to death stuck in here. Got the fire going now. Staying the night in here might not be so bad now. Better than getting eaten by Zorbs. The vines, they seem like they're getting closer. I've never seen anything like it. They're growing so quickly. Or maybe it's a trick of the firelight. It's got to be, right? Nothing can grow so fast, not even in the living lands. Well, tough luck. Now, I really want to visit that place. I think that's an entangled Atra. So, that could mean a boon from our patron. Broken Crown Rock. If only there's a way for us to get up there. Yeah, that's definitely entangled Atra. There is something happening to it. There's something slipping down here. Huh. I thought it was a spider talking. Yatsley? Did you go? Oh. Oh, there she is. Precisely, and for the hell of it, I cannot understand abstract things. Oh, of course. So, and trying to comprehend anything that is abstract gives me a major headache. Okay, so now, what kind of stuff will you tell me this time?
Something happened here. A spinner lay its trap in the dark. A home became a prison became a home. We thrash against the web that binds. What must we do to escape?
Is there anyone you can call for? Is there anything you can use?
We see a stick just out of reach, a silhouette in the dust. You appear in the distance. We hope. We hope.
Yes, and I believe there... Yes, that's why. That's what I also mean. But we still need more time. It will still be maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 60 years before we learn more. Some plant. There's something interesting over there. Oh, that's her.
What, like it's hard?
And then it will kill me if I fall down from this height. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. I do remember that it was a big breakthrough once. I don't remember what it was. It was an MRI. Or maybe it was an MRI of a person, heavily depressed person, to see how their brain activates differently from a, let's say, regular brain of a happy person. And I think that also shone some light on how different brains will react differently to everything, how they work differently. See. Each of the brain would have to be analyzed separately.
Yatsli, well done.
There's something here. Oh my goodness. To Kila, happy adventuring. First in the entry in the journal Desha gave me. After all this talk, I'm excited to finally go on some hikes around Stratoscarp, the Shark's Teeth, the Oasis, even the Partrunan ruins. There's so much to see. I should have told them where I went. I fell and there was a rock slide. One of the boulders struck my arm. I can't get out. There's no one here and it's been hours. I think it's been days now. I'm out of water and shouted myself hoarse. It's hot. If I don't do something soon, I'm going to die out there.
What a world. What a life.
Oh, really?
Nothing like good stuff, is there? Best thing the gods gave us.
Theft is terrible for your mind.
Can't drive me any crazier than this plague. Sveth makes the world look different. You should try it sometime. You'd see.
I already see some weird stuff. I did once. Different was the word for it.
Well, you're saying stupid things then. You know what it's like. Now what was I doing?
But that reminds me. They are shapeshifters in this world. Or changing, or however you want to call them. And it reminded me because in Pillars there was one guy, a lady that talked to us about her husband suddenly changing not husband, sorry, fiancé, suddenly changing to the point where he became aggressive and she wanted to call off the wedding. So she gave us the engagement ring he gave her and told to give it back to him because she didn't want to see him ever again. Once we went to pay him a visit, it turned out that in a pool of blood he was locked in a wardrobe, and apparently he was not the one who hurt the girl. Next, in the next room, near the chests of Seth, was him. Again. Now healthy. Not bloody at all. It was a shapeshifter who took his form, hurt his fiancée, and started dealing with Seth. So yeah, all of that to just remember that there are shapeshifters in this world as well. At least one of them. I don't know how much you heard. I don't know. I don't know how he looked like originally. I just saw the form he took. Hello, Malpo.
Welcome to Shatterscarp. Or, welcome to Shark's Teeth, anyway. Damn. I didn't think you'd actually talk to someone like me.
You're the one who called me over.
Oh, well, I hope I'm not imposing on you. Listen, I've got to take some supplies to that tower up the road. They're for Kotoa and Hayako. Have you heard of them?
Never heard of them, but we meet a lot of people, and I'm not good with names.
They've probably killed more dream thralls than the rest of us combined. Well, they said, why shoot one when you could take out a dozen instead?
Wouldn't it be hard to fight that far from Thirdborn?
Preemptive defense. That's what they say. In theory, we can stop them before they reach the town itself.
Not that anyone asked, but physical defenses are only so effective against a spiritual foe.
These supplies will go a long way, if I can ever get them up there. This is my third trip today, and whew, it's a lot of stairs.
If you're asking for my help, it's a paying job.
Right. Sorry, heat must be getting to me. Don't be afraid to ask Kotoa or Hayako for more when you get there. Keep going through the teeth. The tower is just over the ridge. You can't miss it.
Okay, so I see we are populating other graveyards now, are we? Oh, okay, there's something there. So, long story short, I was reminiscing. I was reminiscing of part of the adventure from Pillars of Eternity, because here we've met a Speth junkie. And it started from that, basically. See. Bye, Imperium. Rest well. Here. It's a door. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yep, it's a door. It's a gate, but who am I to judge? Hello, little guys. Something sees me. Oh, there it is. Door is an ultimate test. God damn it. I'm not ready for that yet. Oh, pretty colors. No. Okay, okay, I see. I see. I think we can climb this. Okay, why do you make this sound? Ah, why do you... This little guy makes the one of the sounds that my Dagus do. I finally learned how to say it. They are called Dagus. And one is Daegu. So now I know how to call my two little dinguses.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting to see anyone this far from Thirdborn. Are you... Your face!
Yes, I'm a godlike, right?
You're a godlike. That makes perfect sense. I had a terrible time trying to find a guide in Thirdborn who'd take me here. But meeting you makes it all worth it.
Glad I could help?
Oh, you have. Oh, you'll make a very interesting footnote. I'm a mycologist, you see, and I'm working on a compendium of the different types of fungus in the living lands. Sure enough, what happens as soon as I show up? A fungus-based illness. There's a riot of data out here.
But be careful, will you? There is no cure as of now.
Oh, always.
Okay.
Actually, since you're here, I'm having some trouble with the sporlings. I've devoted my whole life to my fungal friends. But I'm finding that the ambulatory ones aren't quite as, friendly.
Yeah.
In fact, they're quite murderous. I'd normally be against harming them, but please kill the sporlings before they kill me. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Sure.
You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Maybe literally. Good luck. Oh, I've got to write these measurements down before I forget.
Okay. Okay. Song about the face of a guy. Okay. Oh my goodness. No. Nope. Oh, there's something for us. There is a priest somewhere. Where the hell is the priest? There he is. How did I miss that? Jetta, oh no. Okay. Come on. Get up, get up, get up. Jetta, Jetta.
Nicely done.
That was very intelligent of me. Throwing fire bombs at ash lava blight. It's not even ash blight, it's lava blight. Yep. We really need that new gun. And it's not only because I want a new one. Oh, come on. Hold him. Oh, I can hold him. I was sure I need Marius for that. There are still 2 enemies somewhere there. Okay, can I now pick this stuff up? Thank you. Sans Shroud and Tama's badge. Oh.
A soldier's badge.
Yep.
Kai might like to see it.
Oh no. Oh no. We were looking for it. Oh, since the emerald's there. Tamamo was either a really close friend to Kai, the one he really loved, or his romantic love. I don't know which one it was. All I know is that Kai loved Tama. But I don't understand in what sense. I believe there are sprawlings on the other side of these rocks. When did we leave the desert? Yeah.
Couldn't have done it better.
Okay, that one is personal.
That'll show him.
Okay, I want to get a little bit higher up. Okay.
The Archmage certainly knows how to make a first impression.
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent.
It is beautiful.
Come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an Archmage.
In a moment, first we need to settle things with Kai. We need to sleep. Maybe we'll dream. There is someone standing there. Oh, maybe that's the Archmage. No, I don't think so. Maybe the Archmage will be somewhere there. That's why her name is so similar to Rimgrant. Okay. Oh, Thank you, whoever did the laundry. It was very needed. Much appreciated.
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else.
You don't trust her?
Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then.
You seem really bothered by this.
Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
Best food you've eaten. Go.
Fury and Rudolph ribs.
Really? Fascinating. Why?
Why? Why do you need to know?
Well, I think you can learn a lot about someone from their favorite meals.
Is one of the options because it's delicious?
It can be.
What did my answer tell you?
That you dislike answering what you perceive to be meaningless questions.
Wow. It's like you're a cipher or something.
Now it's your turn.
For the camp of an official Adira and envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course.
Honestly, it's you who looks like they need a bath. And I suppose it can be arranged, if you ask nicely.
I always ask nicely. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind?
That jar you had me fetch for you earlier, is it worth much?
I'm the only buyer you'll find here, and I already have the jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find.
Is that how you got that burn? Running around old flammable ruins?
I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire.
When you say everything...
I mean, my arm wasn't the only casualty. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end.
Yeah. Do you ever end up getting that spell right?
Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams.
Light flickers, words blur. They're coming, whatever they are. But it's safe to die here.
Do you do... that often?
Yeah.
Let's just say we get some funny looks.
Well, next time give the girl some warning, will you? I like it, but not everyone is as open-minded as I am. Thankfully, the dreams are nothing too terrible. Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams.
Personally, my favorite dream involves several lengths of rope and an enticing courtier from home.
Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Yeah, yes. of course. But I still need to talk to Marius and Kai and Jetta.
Makes it interesting, dearie.
But you can't prepare for what you can't predict. You get bit by a root viper, I have an antidote. But in those ruins, anything could happen.
Well, you just have to prepare as best as you can. And stay on your toes.
It's just not possible to be ready for everything. I'd drive myself to Vinta trying to cover anything that could happen.
Yes, but once you've gone through 30 or so ruins, you start to know what to expect. It makes packing much easier.
Gives me the freakas just thinking about it.
Yeah.
The dream scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands.
Even if we heal the living lands, we still need to wrest it away from the Stilgar Road.
How can anyone expect us to do both? As if the dream scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness.
That's true of the Stilgar Road, but not all of Aedir.
The steel garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three.
We can. It won't be easy, but we'll make it.
You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am.
Must be nice having Yatsli around.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsli. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
We all need a few bad influences in our lives.
Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins?
Not suddenly. And it's sure for not for any good reason.
When it comes to her, there's never any good news. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet.
Thank you.
Not before I've done some reading.
Why, what is wrong with your legs?
You were with the envoy when they died. Did you notice anything strange?
Strange how? Besides the part where she came back, I mean.
Disembodied voices, otherworldly visions, anything like that.
Nope. Just lots of blood and lots of shouting.
I'm trying to research near-death experiences. And as usual, I have to do everything myself.
I'm sorry, what madness are we planning now?
Don't worry. Hypothetically, anything I do will be in a lab environment with plenty of supervision.
If you need subjects, I'm always willing to offer someone else's help, sweetie.
Just remember to make good with your gods before you do.
Good thinking. I wouldn't want to meet the gods unprepared.
Okay, Marius, want to talk?
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it.
Worse places than a hot, barren land filled with chasms and sinkholes.
At least I know how to deal with those sorts of things. Rope, lantern, extra water skins. Yatsli's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders.
The godless ruins hold the answers I need.
How come the answers are never in a little oasis with shade and drink service?
I know, right?
Just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin.
Trust me, we'll be fine.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I just hope this is all worth it. Anyway.
I'm fairly sure we also use Kaka in Polish.
Have you ever been to the Valley?
I'm fairly sure. If not, then I am really weird one. If not, then I've learned that word somewhere and I don't know where. Can I upgrade you? I can. But I can also upgrade this one. And 10%. Doesn't this one have a skill? Damage reduction and reload speed. You know, Polish has been influenced by a lot of languages. I've seen her. I think it's difficult not to see her, but yeah. Okay, but I don't know. Oh, I didn't know which language is her first one. National one. I always say first language instead of like native. Yeah. But yeah. For example, you may, maybe, no, maybe not, but in Polish we have a word, parasol. Parasol, to be exact. Sounds familiar? It should. I am still interested why it's not called parapluie. She seems like a good person from what I saw. She seems very positive. Yeah, so yeah. We use parasol in Polish, but parapluie somehow didn't catch on. Although it would be more correct, as I understand.
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fjord.
I've never even left the island before. The republics are said to be innovators in arts, government, and animancy, but also corruption.
That's probably why there's so much work for people like me.
One day, I would very much like to visit, if only to understand why my people left.
Yeah, and for us, it's one and the same at this point.
When you were out in the shark's teeth, you didn't happen to find a badge belonging to Tama, did you?
This is what you were looking for, isn't it?
It sure is. Reminds me of old times. Long marches under the desert sun. Scouting runs through sandstorms so thick we had to tie our tunics over our mouths.
But it's really interesting that you actually use both of them. Like I said, for us, it's the same for both versions. What was Tama like then?
Oh, he was an incredible bastard. Led the defense of Thirdborn, which meant he also led most of our patrols. He'd wake us up before dawn with the most off-key singing you've ever heard and a pot of burnt merc brew. He kept us marching until we had sand in every orifice you can think of, and a few you didn't know you had. Just when it felt like we were going to collapse, he'd call it and we'd make camp. And somehow, we'd all find the energy for a few rounds of cards or songs or stories.
He knew how to look after you, didn't he?
He did.
That's why we're here now, isn't it?
I don't know. This won't bring him back. This won't change anything.
Maybe it will bring you closure.
Closure? I never understood the term. Just feels like swallowing the thing that makes you sick. Here's the truth. I led a patrol. We were ambushed. Tama came to our rescue. And he suffered a fatal wound in the process.
Then?
We did our best to keep him in one piece while we hauled him back. He was the color of an eel's belly. The stubborn bastard made it all the way back to Thirdborn. We got him a sickbed, but we knew he didn't have long.
He saved you. That doesn't mean you failed him.
I wish I could believe that. You ever had to watch someone fade away? When it's slow and agonizing. No glory, no din of battle, no distractions.
Yes.
Then you know. It's like sitting still while someone drags rusty nails over your skin. Sitting there, I noticed that he was missing his badge. And all the time I'd known him, I'd never seen him take it off.
I realized he lost it in the skirmish.
Cruel irony, isn't it? He comes to our rescue, and in the process, he loses the thing that marks him as a soldier. I'm sorry, Envoy. I haven't talked about this in a while. I never thought I'd tell this story again. But there's something about the way you've led us, the clarity you've kept. Something about you that inspires confidence. Kind of like well.
I'm here if you want to talk more.
Just having his badge in hand means more than you know. There's just one last thing I've got to do.
You seem anxious.
What can I say? Guess I never liked graveyards. But there's a memorial site with some cairns on the cliffs east of Thirdborn. One of those cairns is Thomas. It's time I said goodbye.
Perhaps visiting his memorial will put your soul at ease.
You know, I always thought it was supposed to be the other way around. Still, I hope you're right. Let's get some rest.
Marius, what do you know about snake bites?
All there is to know. What bit you?
The one currently going crazy is Egmont. Nameless is running throughout the day. So they take shifts. But honestly, I think he doesn't like me streaming. But you're unlucky because I'm not gonna stop. Now he just sits at a wooden shelf and looks at the on my screen. He knows we're talking about him. Yes. But what to do? So if I just do this, then I can cook. No, it's not cooking, it's stash. I know, right? Yeah, that's the way he taps his paws on the metal. That's very distinctive sound. I am stalling because they're talking.
Slithered out of my bedroll.
Listen to me, this is very important. Was its head flat or round?
Hard to say. Kind of star-shaped?
Okay. After it bit you, did it hold on or let go?
It held on and left a bruise in the shape of an eye.
You're in luck. That's an onlooker worm snake. Harmless, though legend says they're emissaries of WoW.
Wow. The god of mysteries and illusions sent me a snake?
Oh, lucky.
Be glad it wasn't a shimmering dream beast. Those are nasty.
Well, the venom won't kill you, but you'll have some interesting nightmares.
Nightmares I can deal with. But I wonder what it all means. Oh well. Perhaps I'm not meant to know.
That's exactly what WoW is about.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, but now that we are at it, I think it's time to feed them. So, thank you very much again for joining, for keeping me company. Guys, please stop talking. So I'll end it for now. And I hope I'll see you on Sunday. So. Why?
grind up some bone slate, squeeze a few hemp flowers into it, and rub it into the stain like you're trying to start a fire.
I'm glad we arrived at a real answer, finally. Thank you, darling. You're a delight as always.
Bye. I'll leave them on. Probably they'll talk some more. Enjoy.
Hey, sorry about your parents, you know.
That's very kind. Sometimes grief clings to you like a shadow.